Coach, your group was able to blow this one open in the second half. What did you like about your group's ability to come out in the third quarter and really set the tone for the rest of the game?
I really like the way we responded. Obviously the other night, took its toll on us a little bit, but I think our ability to respond the right way, it wasn't always pretty, but that third quarter, guys stepped up, our defense stepped up, and we were able to get out, run, and get some easy baskets.
It didn't work in that first half, though.
I think the flow was just a little bit off, and I don't, I think the calls were being made, a couple fouls here. The game, there was no real flow. And I think when you can't find a flow within the game, it kind of takes a little bit of the rhythm out of what you're trying to do offensively and defensively. I think we did a good job mostly defensively other than fouling early on. But once we cleaned that up, I thought our guys did a very good job of responding to it.
Kind of on the points you just made, what does it say about this team that they're able to keep that composure when the flow is off, or they're coming off a game like the way the game ended on Friday, to find that focus and kind of overcome maybe little frustrations that might happen during the course of a game?
Yeah, I think you learn from it, and I think anytime you're winning or you're learning, and I think in this moment right now you win the game, but you can also learn some lessons from last game. What do you need to do? What focus do you need to have? Where do you need to have your attention? What's the energy you need to have coming out in the beginning of the game as well as the third quarter, and being able to finish a game? I think that's very important for a group as we continue to push into this month.
AB tied his career high with 23 points tonight. I know you guys preach being aggressive with him a lot. Just what can a performance like this do for him, maybe spark him down the stretch of the season?
Well, honestly, I really like the way he was picking up full court. Defensively, we talk about being the head of a snake, and when he got in the game, it was about picking up full court, changing the game, let your defense create your offense. And so when you're focused on that, I think that gets you easy baskets when you can start the defense, and that's where your focus is. And then I loved his ability to push it in transition, and then once that happened, he was able to collapse the defense, find guys, and then he was finding his openings by pushing the pace.
So Jamal, watching a lot of your interviews and your responses to games, there's a lot of things that you talk about over and over again. It's like a mantra almost. And two key things are focus and intensity. Mm-hmm. When the focus is on point and you increase intensity, that's when you have success. And it looks like that was the difference between the first half and the second half.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you're very right about that. I think in that first half, I think we were focused coming out. But that flow changed the way we had to do. So you had to adjust the way the game was being called, how we needed to defend the right way. So there was no rhythm, but I thought our focus was good. Then the intensity, to your point, in that third, we turned it up. And I realized that we have to dictate the game with our defensive intensity, our defensive energy, allowing us to get easy baskets.
Obviously, a lot of guys got into the game at the end, but what went into going with Caleb Houston in that first half at a certain point?
I think just, trying different rotations and lineups and different looks. I think we're going to have to continue to find guys that can, provide a spark, a different look. These guys all stay prepared. They stay ready for their moments, and you have to keep being able to look at different situations and scenarios for guys being able to come in and provide a spark, or just, consistency.
Coach, you broke out the Franz Paulo pick and roll tonight. How high of a volume of possessions do you think that two-man game can get to, just using them both in pick and rolls and DHOs?
I mean, my math isn't amazing, but I really do believe that those two create a problem. And so when you have two of your best players in a pick and roll, they've got to make a decision, and they're both great playmakers. And so I think them being able to make plays and read off each other is something that can, cause problems for a lot of defenses down the stretch.
Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
AB, you guys were able to break this one open in the second half. What did you like about your group's ability to set the tone after halftime?
Just our defense, the way we finish possessions, and the way we turn our defense into offense. I think that was a big difference between the first and second half. And I think we took out the three ball pretty well in the second half.
Was anything said by anyone in particular, or did you guys just know as a group we have to play better, or what was the mindset coming out of the half?
Just continuing to apply pressure on the defensive end, picking up the guards, making it tough on them, because we know they could get going from the three-point line. So it's kind of just something we felt, and just something we knew that we had to turn it up a little bit in the second half.
What was the mindset coming into this game after the way Friday's game ended as a group to make sure that you didn't let one loss become two and kind of push through maybe some of the frustrations and that kind of disjointed first half?
Just that we needed to play with a sense of urgency today. And, obviously we had the slow start. Did a good job defensively in the first half, but, our offense came alive in the second half. We started stringing together 3-4 stops in a row, and we went on a pretty good run.
I just asked Jamal a little bit ago about your 23 points, and I think it ties a career high for you. The first thing you mentioned was that your defense was starting your offense. Just how much pride do you take on that side of the floor, and how much can that spark you getting going and getting aggressive towards the rim?
A lot. Definitely take pride in defense. Always have since probably middle school. Just always been something I love to do. And it does spark my offense too, just making plays on either end is a big confidence boost to any player. So I definitely try to bring it, try to pressure the ball, get deflections, maybe a steal, block, or a rebound, and then let the rest come to me.
You shot 4 of 5 from 3 tonight. How do you feel about your three-point development and kind of the changing role as players come in and out of the lineup, going from starter to bench? What's that been like?
I'm pretty comfortable playing where I'm at right now. Gives me a chance to operate a little bit, while also playing some minutes, with our two guys. So it's a little bit of everything for me. And with the three-point shot, it's been feeling good. Went through probably 2 or 3 weeks of just good misses, back rim misses. So definitely just the mentality is to keep shooting through those and, just keep being ready to shoot.
Just as a group, you mentioned, you made some threes. Team as a group made some threes in the second half. What does that do to the confidence for this team when you start seeing the ball go through the basket?
A lot, I think it just allows guys to have a confidence on the defensive end, either after hitting a shot or the team hitting back-to-back shots. It just makes us want to sit down and get a stop and continue our run. So I definitely think it's good energy for us. When we're making shots, obviously we're trying to every game, but it's just a big boost for us, for our confidence, for our defense, our energy. So it's a good shooting display.
Good. All right, we will see you Tuesday.